That's going to work a lot better if I hit the Sudoku option. There we go. There's the music. And hey, I'm fading in. Just like a ghost should, right? All right. Now, I wonder if that's what happened some time back. I'll talk about that later. All right. Loaded up the puzzle ahead of time. I've checked it twice as is my want. Looks like it's ready, so let's do a validation. And it validates. So you get 20 seconds before I start solving this. Meanwhile, I'll go have a swig of Kool-Aid. Yes, Kool-Aid. Actually, not Kool-Aid, but that's mostly by branding, not. It is flavored water with artificially sweetened flavoring. And sometimes I have ice with that, sometimes not. All right. We got a 1 here. Nothing down here. Well, one of these three, because this is blocking that. Doesn't prevent anything here. So I've got 6 possibilities there. I do have only 2 possibilities here. And this for 1. 3 possibilities here, another 6 here. 3 possibilities here. 5 possibilities. With 3 here and 6 here. All right, 2. A 2 there, a 2 there. This 2 says this can't be a 2, but now we've got 2 possibilities here. Again, 2 here is blocking these 3. This 2 here is blocking these 3, meaning we've got 2 possibilities here, and that leaves 2 possibilities down here. All right, here, again, this 2 is blocking these 2, so now we've got 2 possibilities here. We've got a 2 here blocking these 3, but nothing really guiding on these 4. We're going to hold off on doing anything more with this. 3 here. And I do not see anything else on the board. Oh, one more 3. So there's a 3 here as well. So basically these 2 get blocked here. That's it. And these 2 and this one get blocked in this square, meaning we've got 4 possibilities there. 5 here, everything here, 4 here, 3 here, 3 here. And actually, we've got 2 possibilities for a 3 there. Because one of these 3 has to be a 3. All right, 4. 2 possible 4s here. I got that 4 blocking there. For these 2. This one, or this one blocking here. This one blocking here. We have 4 possibilities here. 2 possibilities here. And a solution here. So that's not a 4. That gives me 2 possibilities here. For 4. All right. That gets us a 4 either earmarked or solved in every square. 5. So we got a 5 here and here. Means these 2 could potentially 5s. Here we've got 4 possibilities, 4 possibilities, 5 possibilities, 3 possibilities, 6 possibilities, no, 4 possibilities. We already mentioned that. Here we've got 5 possibilities and just the 2 there. All right, let's move on to 6s. So we've got a 6 here, a 6 here. 3 possibilities here, 3 possibilities here. Here we've got 3 possibilities. Looks like I've got 4 possibilities there, 3 possibilities here. Everything's open as a possibility there, and 3 possibilities here. All right, 7s. Here's a 7, here's a 7. We get 2 possibilities here, 3 here. Ah, this is not a possibility because of this one here. All right. So we've got 3 possibilities there, 3 here, 4 here, 2 here. And that looks like it for 7s. We've got an 8 here and another 8 here. This one becomes an 8. This is going to be an 8. We've got 2 possibilities here, 4 possibilities here. 4 possibilities here. Nope, 2 possibilities here. One of these two is an 8. Down here, this becomes an 8, which means we've got an 8 here. 2 possibilities here now. And we move on to 9s. We've got a 9 here and here. That makes this a 9. I've got 3 possibilities here at the moment. So neither of these two can be a 9, neither of these two can be a 9, so that's a 9. We end up with a 9 here because I can't put a 9 in any of these. 3 possibilities for a 9 here. 3 possibilities for a 9 here. 3 possibilities for a 9 here. Actually, 2 possibilities because this is our only place for a 2 here. So one of these two is a 9. All right. And let's go back through. One of these two is a 2. How about here? Ah, this is a 2 now. So not a 2 here. That's a 2. Not a 2 here. That's a 2. And that takes care of 2. I've got 2 possibilities here and 2 possibilities here. How about 1s? Do we get anything with 1s? Well, we're down to 2 possibilities for a 1 here. Here I've got 4 possibilities and 4 possibilities here. Here I end up with 3 possibilities yet. And 3 possibilities and 6 possibilities. All right, we've already done the 2s, and let's look at 3s. We've got a 3 here. That's blocked, so one of these 2 is a 3. I've got 3 possibilities over here. Here we're still looking at 7 possibilities. One of these 3. One of these 2 is a 3. And we've got 3 possibilities here. And onwards, we had a 4. We're still stuck with these 2 4s to solve for. 5s. We got a 5 here and here, leaving these 2. This 5 leaves us with these 2 now. And we can put in a 6 here. That means we've now got just these 2 for 6 here. And 2 possibilities for a 6 here. We'll see if that comes back to help us. Got a 6 here. This is blocked. I've got 3 possibilities here. 3 possibilities here. Here I've got 3 possibilities. This is not going to be a 6. Neither is this, so I've got 2 possibilities for a 6 here. And 3 possibilities here we already mentioned. 7s. We've got 2 possibilities for a 7 here. 4 possibilities here. 3 here. That can't be a 7, neither can either these. This can't be a 7, so that's a 7. And now we've got 2 possibilities here. Turns that into a 7, that becomes a 3. Let's see. 2 possibilities there and there. Does this help any with the 5s? Still got 3 possibilities for 5. How about 1? Looks like I've got 3 possibilities for 1 as well. Over here, though, we end up with this one becoming a 5. We've got 3 possibilities for a 5 here. It's going to be one of these two, though, because this is going to be a 5, because neither of these can be a 5. All right, so now we've got 2 possibilities. We got this one becoming a 5, so not that. So now we can drop a 1 into those two. We've got a 1 there. That means this is a 1. And we end up with 3 possibilities for a 1 there. Still too many options here. But we do know that this is either a 1. Well, this can't be a 6, so that's a 1. That's a 6, that's a 1. That becomes a 6, that's a 1. And here we've got 2 possibilities for 8. 1, 2, 3 possibilities for a 3, 4, 2 possibilities for a 5. 6, 7, the 2 possibilities for an 8 and a 9. And that one's wrapped up. All right. And so I've got a 5 there. This becomes a 7. This becomes a 5. This one becomes a 7 because it can't be one of these two. Turns that into a 9, and this becomes a 3. And let's see, can we work out any of this other stuff? Well, for example, we've got a 1, 2. One of these two is going to be a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one of these two is going to be a 9. Makes this one into a 6. Means that's not a 6. This is a 6. This is a 3. We've got 1s and 5s in this column already, so it doesn't help us there. We do, however, only have 2 possibilities for a 1 here, and 2 possibilities for a 5 here. The remaining thing going in here, let's see, we've got 2s here, 4s here, 1s, 5s. So where do we put 3s? 3s are going to go in here as well. 4s, 5, 6s will not be in here. This one's going to become a 6, 1, 5, 1. 5 here. And like I said, one of these 3 is going to be a 3. So we'll maybe see if we can solve that over here. All right, so we got a 3 possible here, and the other was a 9, not a 6. One of these two is a 9. So down here, 3 is pretty much available anywhere. 9 is only available here and here. Let's see what else we can work out. So one of these, this one's going to be a 1, so that makes that a 4, and this a 2. Let's see, 3s. still pretty much anywhere. 4, 5. And now this one's going to be a 6. That makes that a 9. And that means the 3 is going to be one of these two. So it can't be that one. That's a 3. That's a 9. All right. One of these 3 is going to be a 3. One of these 3 is going to be a 3. However, that says this can't be a 5. So this one gets to be a 5. And I've got an 8 and a 3. I already have a 2 here, so that can't be a 2. That's going to be a 2. That's going to be a 4. This gets to be an 8, a 3 here. There's an 8 dropping in here, so this is a 3. This is an 8. No. That's not going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2. I've got 2, 8. I can't swap one of them with a 3 without causing problems. Well, I don't remember a breaking point. However, let's suggest instead of, nope, that can't be a 2. That's got to be a 2 at this point. Matter of fact, it had to be a 2 as far back as that decision right there. And that was based on this being a 2. So, go ahead and say that's a 2. Not a 2 there, that's a 2. All right. That turns this into a 4, and this forces a 3 up here. So since that's a 4, and that doesn't change anything, 6 there, and there. This one gets to be a 6, turning that into a 9. That turns this into a 3 and this into a 9. Means a 3 here. Okay. Put a 3 here as a result. 8 here, 5 here, 8 here. There we go. Hey, this is faster than yesterday. Yesterday took me over an hour. 17 minutes and 53 seconds is not great, but it's also not bad. I want to say thanks for everybody who jumped in and said hello. If I didn't see you, my apologies. I hope you have a wonderful day.